Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so today we're doing something a little different, maybe.
Yeah, definitely unique. We're taking this one creative piece.
Right, this poem, or maybe lyrics, Life's Heart Gallery by Alison McLean.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And we're sort of treating it like a manual, like a philosophical guide.
Yeah, almost like trying to extract an actionable strategic briefing from it for, the curious learner out there.
That's a great way to put it. It's not just about appreciating the art. It's about finding the framework, the roadmap that this piece might offer for, well, navigating life and personal growth.
Finding the how-to hidden inside the poetry.
Precisely.
And it gets right to it, doesn't it? The opening lines really set the stage. There's this fundamental choice presented immediately.
Yeah, the core contrast.
It tells us how to approach life, not through survival, more so the adventure.
And that single line, that shift, it's huge. Think about the energy difference. Survival mode versus adventure mode.
Survival feels tight, defensive.
Exactly. It's reactive. You're looking for threats, trying to minimize loss. It's stressful, based on scarcity. But adventure, that's proactive. It's about discovery, curiosity. It's open-minded, expecting something interesting ahead. It completely reframes how you even start your day.
So practically speaking, survival is maybe checking the news for what to worry about.
Yeah, maybe.
And adventure is checking the weather to see, like, what you need for exploring something new.
That's a good analogy. It's shifting from threat assessment to possibility assessment, a really fundamental switch.
Okay. But then it does something really important right after that.
Yes, this is crucial.
It stops this adventure from becoming purely selfish, right? It gives us universal context, as we are all in this together.
Absolutely. That anchors the whole thing. Your adventure isn't just your adventure in isolation.
So the personal shift from survival to adventure is vital, but you have to do it within this community framework.
Exactly. Your growth, your approach.
Yeah.
It's all connected to the shared experience. It makes the philosophy both deeply personal and very relational.
It sets the scope, you could say, where your actions have ripples.
It means your journey has an impact beyond just yourself, which leads us naturally to the how.
Right. So if we're not surviving, we're adventuring together.
Yeah.
How do we actually do that? Which brings us to our first theme, the mindset needed.
The essential mindset, yeah.
And it seems to hinge on this repeated instruction. Get curious in the direction we are walking.
I love that phrasing.
Yeah.
It's so dynamic. Notice it assumes you're already moving.
Ah, good point. Life's already happening.
Right. It's not saying stop, figure out the perfect direction, then start. It's about applying curiosity right now to whatever path you're already on.
So curiosity isn't passive learning here. It's the tool you use to turn just walking into, well, actual exploration.
Precisely. Active curiosity.
That feels like it takes some pressure off, you know?
Yeah.
That feeling of needing the perfect plan before you start. It validates starting even imperfectly.
It does. And this active, maybe lower stakes approach, it connects directly to another word that keeps popping up in the source.
Which is?
Play. The lyrics encourage us to play.
Okay, so play. How does that fit with curiosity and adventure?
Well, if survival is high stakes, caution first. Play is the opposite. It's low stakes, high engagement. It's permission to experiment, to try things without this crushing pressure for a specific outcome.
That's where the real learning happens sometimes, isn't it? When the pressure's off.
That's where innovation and adaptation often come from, yes, in that space of play.
And where does this playful curiosity happen? The source gives us this amazing metaphor for the setting.
Ah, yes, the Garden of Humanity.
This big shared space.
Exactly, connects back to being all in this together, your play, your curiosity. They're not just solitary acts. They're how you interact and grow within this shared human landscape, this ecosystem.
Okay, that makes sense. It paints a really vivid picture. So the garden is the context.
Which leads us nicely into the next theme, how we obviously find ourselves in all this.
Self-discovery. And this is where the source gets maybe a bit surprising, even counterintuitive compared to a lot of advice out there.
Definitely. Because if you're supposed to be curious about where you're walking, how do you pinpoint yourself?
Right. How do you find you in the midst of all this movement and curiosity?
And the answer given is, well, it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
The best part in life is getting lost, roaming nothing, and finding ourselves in life's art gallery.
Getting lost as the best part. That flies in the face of needing control, needing a clear map for self-discovery.
It suggests rigidity is the enemy of finding yourself, doesn't it?
It does. But, okay, let's unpack that phrase, roaming nothing. That sounds potentially aimless. How is that different from just drifting or procrastinating?
That's a fair challenge. I mean, doesn't the world often punish aimlessness?
Usually, yeah. So what makes roaming nothing productive here?
I think the key is the location. Where does this roaming happen?
In Life's Art Gallery.
Exactly. And what's an art gallery like? It's not empty space. It's filled with curated, creative, evocative things, experiences. Some beautiful, some maybe disturbing, some confusing.
Okay, so you're always surrounded by stimuli. It's a rich environment.
Precisely. The environment is rich, but your path through it isn't fixed. You're not following arrows on the floor.
Ah, I see. So roaming nothing isn't about emptiness. It's about removing the external constraints like expectations or efficiency or having a predefined goal for the visit.
Yes, it's active movement, roaming, but driven by your internal curiosity, not by some external checklist or demand.
So it's like wandering through a museum, letting something catch your eye unexpectedly rather than, say, climbing a predefined corporate ladder step by step.
That's a great way to put it. One is survival-based structure, the other is adventure-based discovery.
And the source suggests that this freedom, this lack of constraint, is actually how you stumble upon your true self.
It's quite radical, really. Self-discovery isn't portrayed as an achievement you plan and execute, but as a consequence, a result of moving freely through rich experiences.
Wow. Okay, so we have the mindset, adventure, curiosity, play, and we have the method for discovery, getting lost, essentially, in this rich art gallery of life.
Right.
So where do we go from there? How do we sustain growth? This seems to be the next logical step, moving into deliberate cultivation within that garden of humanity.
Exactly. We shift from maybe accidental discovery to more intentional nurturing. And this is where the source gets quite prescriptive, actually. It offers a how-to.
Using that agricultural metaphor we mentioned earlier.
Yes, a really elegant analogy for personal development.
Yeah.
It gives us the specific ingredients needed for growth in the garden.
Okay, let's break it down. It seems like there are key components: fuel, seeds, the crop itself, and then sustenance.
That's right.
And it starts with the foundation, which seems to be curiosity again. But here it's described as the rain, or the fuel. The quote is, "Play where curiosity rains on the seeds of passion."
So curiosity is the activator, the spark, the watering can, if you will. Without it, nothing starts growing.
Makes sense. And what is it watering? What's the seed?
The seed is passion. Passion is that initial burst of energy, that drive that gets things moving.
So curiosity, the rain, falls on passion, the seed. Okay. But passion, that can be intense, sometimes fleeting, right? Is that the end goal?
No, and this is a really crucial distinction the source makes. Passion gets things started, it's the energy, but the actual crop we're told to intentionally grow is love.
If we are going to grow anything, grow love. That's stated very clearly.
Yes, and think about the difference. Passion might be the intense focus on starting a project or the initial fire in a relationship. Love, as the crop, requires tending, commitment, patience. It's the sustainable output, the mature yield.
That feels more stable, more long-term. Passion might start things, but love is what keeps the garden of humanity flourishing. It's the harvest the whole community needs.
Exactly. It's about sustainability within that shared space.
Okay, so we have curiosity fueling passion, which aims to grow love. What keeps it going? What sustains this crop?
That's the fourth element, gratitude. The source says to water it with gratitude.
Water it with gratitude. So gratitude is the ongoing maintenance.
Yes. It functions as the appreciation for what's already growing. It prevents you from slipping back into that scarcity mindset of survival, which would just dry up the love you've cultivated. It stabilizes everything.
So the whole cycle is curiosity sparks passion, which you intentionally channel to grow love, and you sustain that love with gratitude.
It's a beautiful, self-reinforcing loop, isn't it? Designed for ongoing growth.
And what's the payoff? Why go through this intentional cultivation?
The source is specific about this too. The reward, the yield from all this effort, is defined as being able to reap the satisfaction of our love and passion.
Satisfaction, not external rewards like money or fame, necessarily.
No. The satisfaction seems intrinsic. It comes directly from the process itself, from successfully applying love and passion, from tending the garden, you could say.
It's the feeling of meaningful contribution, maybe. The reward is the work and its immediate result in the garden.
I think so. And that's why this whole formula, curiosity, passion, love, gratitude, leading to satisfaction, is repeated or emphasized in the lyrics. It's presented as the core strategy.
It really moves beyond just understanding who you are to understanding how to actively live and sustain yourself and contribute within that community.
Quite a dense framework from just one piece of art.
Absolutely. So just to quickly recap this whole philosophy we've unpacked.
Yeah, let's try and summarize. Fundamentally, life is presented as an adventure, not a struggle for survival.
Right. And it's best navigated with curiosity, shared with others, because we're all in this together.
Then self-discovery isn't about rigid plans, but about getting a bit lost, exploring freely, roaming nothing, within the rich experiences of life's art gallery.
And finally, the deepest, most lasting satisfaction comes from deliberately, actively cultivating love, fueled by passion and curiosity, and sustained by gratitude, all within the shared garden of humanity.
That captures it pretty well, I think. A roadmap from mindset through discovery to sustained, satisfying action.
It's a really compelling philosophy to think about applying day to day, which brings us to a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on.
Okay.
If we really take seriously that premise that we are all in this together and that the main instruction is to grow love in this shared garden, then the satisfaction that the lyrics say we reap, does that belong only to the individual grower?
Interesting question.
Or, given how communal the whole framework is that satisfaction also inherently a benefit, a shared harvest for the entire garden of humanity? What responsibility comes with reaping that kind of satisfaction?
Something to think about. Does your satisfaction also nourish the garden itself?
Exactly. That's your challenge as you continue your own adventure.